specified in any start number or the number of characters, it may not work so with respect to the negative values what we have. And the substitute also will be the same when compared to replace. It's going to be substitute something, some of the existing text we want to be specified into the new text that you're going to be add within the range of the text. So I'm just substituting this string in this string as a value of old text in terms of new value of z, and some of the instances number we are going to be specified. You can see all a are going to be replaced with respect to the z, and here also we are just doing some same thing, but what will happen, we are just specifying instances by 3 replaced by a third number of a, that's it. And you can see we are also specified with the range of z. In the instance number you're not specified, all the instances going to be replaced in this case. And what will happen if you specified as a 1, and for the substitute is case sensitive obviously, what will happen is it does not find any a, right? So it changes nothing, that's the reason. And if you want to specify negative, it may not be works out. And if you want to specify any kind of special characters, it will be works for the numbers special characters and also the other. And for the text, I can say for the text, these are some of the text we are going to be encounter to write any kind of the text. So this is somehow we just represented to analyze whatever the text we are going to be follow with that. So you can see this is some of the text we are going to be handling, and from the A2 we are going to be, so by using this we're going to be get Tom did sales like this. So you can also write, and you can also take by using the text. Okay, text is going to be very helpful. Change some of the formats, add 2 decimals. This is also very good example. Create some of the text, some desired format and the sales numbers. And for this text, we are just adding some creating text with this as some of the format from the sales number and also the month. So let's also discuss with some of the statistical formulas what we have and how to represent with respect to that. Some of the statistics formulas we are going to be showcased as a count, averages, minimum, maximum, and average if else, and some of the large, small, count if. So let's go and discuss with the average. So average we already know about the arithmetic mean, right? So it is going to be calculated number of the observation by total number of the observation. That is a count of the results. So if you want to be specified with respect to any kind of the results within the range, suppose we are taking this number of the values at the average, it will give as average value. So this is a basic syntax for this average. You can give any kind of the range or the number of the values. So I'm taking from A2 to A4, and the total number of the count is 20. So okay, so that's going to be written as total number of the average with respect to that. It is a 1 value and the second value is 20. Similarly, you can also take the average with respect to A2 to A5. Since A5 is a blank, right? So A5 is a blank, we don't have any kind of the specific value. It is going to be ignored. The blanks and some of the text is going to be ignored. We have only calculated with respect to the number side. So because of the results is going to be corresponding to whatever the numbers we have. Yeah, so in this case, what will happen, it will go and return A2 to A6. You can just specify A2 to A6. So in this range we have A5 is a blank, and it is going to be ignore that value. A6 is a 0. It may not be conclusion in the calculation. So these 3 numbers are calculated divided by 3, then we're going to be showcased as this wrong. Similarly, we have something called as the average if. The basic difference between the average and average if is it's going to be written as arithmetic mean, but what will happen, we are going to be specific some of the criteria with respect to the average. So by given range, we are going to be specified as a criteria. Okay, so we're going to be this is very simple syntax for the average if. Okay, so taking some average and criteria along with average age. So taking some range, so A2 to A6, I'm taking some range, and we are going to be specified as a criteria as a Tom. Okay, so this is a criteria we're going to be specified. So what will happen if you specify some criteria and also you are doing some average range with respect to the B2 and B6? This is the range we are going to be specified. So it will go and return the average. That means whatever the mean value for all the cells, we are just corresponding to it. and the criteria is mostly with respect to the tom. Okay, it meets the criteria. Then yeah, that means it will give all the average whatever the tom consider have. Okay, yes. So you can see average with respect to the A2 to A6. This is the average we are going to be setting. So whatever the tom results we are going to be calculate, you will take that average and give the results in the first cell. And the second cell, we are going to be mentioned as a criteria as A. What will does average of the all the values for the names that will alphabets A. Okay, this contains A and this contains A. So like that, we are going to be get good results, average results. Average b2 b6, b2 to b6, this is the range we are going to be specified, and we have mentioned something called as the above 10. So above 10, this is a value, this is a value, this is a value. So this is a criteria matches, it's going to be calculated the average.